The first thing you need to do is go to sightreadingfactory.com, click on login, and you are going to log in using the username and password that you created when you registered your account. Once you log on, the first thing you'll see is the page with all the classes that I've created for our students. Make sure that you've enrolled in the class that applies to you. Today, I will be practicing using the 8th grade varsity choir sopranos. Once you make sure you're in the right class, click on Start Sight Reading. This takes you to your main menu, which has rhythm only, voice, and tone set. We will be practicing using all three today, starting with rhythm only. Next page gives you different levels of difficulty depending on what grade you're in. Today we'll be working on rhythm only level 2. On the next page you have your time signature options. You can select to work with one time signature at a time, or if you'd like to do more than one during your practice time, make sure multi-select is on. This gives you the ability to select more than one time signature. Stick to 4/4, 3/4, and 2/4. Then you have two modes to select from. You have the challenge mode and the free play mode. I recommend everyone start with the free play mode so you can get used to the website, and when you're ready to challenge yourself, switch. Next, you have your rhythm exercise. You have the options of your tempo, which is how fast or how slow you want to count. You have the metronome, which will keep a beat for you when you click on it. And you can speed it up by moving your tempo number up, or slow it down by moving the tempo marking down. I recommend staying between 74 and 80 beats per minute, especially when you're sight reading and when you're singing. You don't want to go any faster or slower than that. You have the option of counting the exercise on your own at whatever speed you'd like, or if you see next to the play button those two arrows, you have the synthetic audio, the cursor, and the metronome that you can turn on or off to help you while you're counting. The synthetic audio is just the piano playing the rhythm for you. So even though it's not actually someone counting it with you, it's a good way to test yourself and make sure that you are counting it correctly. Once you click play, the metronome will give you one full measure, and then it starts off. As you can see, you have the red cursor, which also keeps track of your counting. When you're ready to move on, just click next and you will get a new exercise. At the top right corner, notice the gear settings menu. When you click on it, you have the option of adding or removing measures in your exercise. You'll have to click next in order for the change to take effect. I will switch it to 4 measures. And when I click next, you'll notice that the next exercise has only 4 measures. Notice also that the time signature has changed from 4/4 to 3/4. That's because I selected multiple time signatures when I was setting up my practice mode. Now to get back to the main menu, all you have to do is select rhythm only instrument until you get back to this page. Now let's select voice, which takes you to the school level option that I've created for every voice part. Once you select your option, you get to the key signature page. 6th grade will only work on F major, 7th and 8th grade F major and G major. Select free play, and this brings you to your sight reading exercise. In your sight reading exercises, you'll see the pitchfork icon, which plays do for you. You can click on this as many times as you need to sing your do. You also have your metronome and your tempo marking. Make sure that before you sing an exercise, you always count it first on numbers, and then you chant it on solfege, and then you can sing it. You always have the option of singing the exercise on your own at whatever tempo you like, or you can have the synthesizer, the cursor, and the metronome playing along with you as you sing. I recommend you always sing it on your own first, and whenever you're ready to either audiate or test yourself, play the piano part so you can make sure that you're singing it correctly and you're singing it with the correct rhythm and the right pitches. In the sight reading gear settings menu, you'll notice a use annotations option. This option gives you the ability of having the solfege written into the exercise. So if you want this option, make sure you select movable do and law based minor. This gives you the sight reading in your exercise. Obviously, this option is geared towards beginners, so mainly 6th graders, but 7th and 8th graders, if you feel you need the sight reading and the exercise, make sure you select that option. In the tone set practice mode, you have the option of working on certain intervals that you either want to get better on by isolating them, or I've assigned you to work on those. Just do, re, or do, re, mi. It could be skips like tonic triad, do, mi, so. So if I select do, mi, so, free play, you'll notice that your exercise only has dos, mis, and so's. And this will help you strengthen those intervals. We can go back and select another set of intervals. For example, sopranos, you get mi, so, la a lot in your UIL sight reading. You'll notice that is all you'll get in these exercises, mi, so's, and las. This is a great way to isolate certain intervals that you want to get better at and improve on them. I hope this video helped you navigate your sight reading factory website a little better. I miss all of my LBJ choir babies. I hope to see you very, very soon. Stay safe, stay healthy, wash your hands, do not touch your face. I love you so much. Bye.